Hello everybody. 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟𝗦, aka Camden here today, and welcome to a brand new live stream. How are y'all doing today? Hello to Hawk in chat. Hello to Prince. Hello to Haiku. And hello to anyone else that's out there lurking. Hope y'all are doing wonderful today. Today we are going to be logging in to my solo survival world, and we're going to be doing some building. I got a prehistoric sniffer island that I've been wanting to build here for a long time because I have sniffer eggs, but I haven't had like a habitat, like a little enclosure to hatch them in, and I want to keep them safe. So today we are building that habitat for them, that little environment, and it's gonna be a little island. It's gonna be super cute, and it's gonna be great. But first, I thought we could just check in, see how everyone's doing so far today. How are you? How are you? I've got Maisie in the room with me. Maisie's my dog, for anyone who's unaware. She's on the floor licking her paw, even though I told her not to lick her paw. Yeah, because you do it all day long, and now there's a sore on your paw. Yeah. She doesn't listen. Hey, Cubic, welcome in. How you doing? Haiku says hi, Mei. She's not listening. She fell asleep. I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm doing philosophy work with my class buddy. Oh, yeah, go ahead. You do you. Homework comes first. But yeah. I know I said the other day that I might do a potato snail stream today, and I was going to, but then I was like, I don't really know what I want to do on the potato snail server just yet. I know we were talking about doing like Halloween stuff soon, like decorating for Halloween, doing a little Halloween party, but I don't know what to do just yet. So I'm gonna do some planning, and then either Friday or next week we can do the actual building on the server. I think it would be fun. But I gotta come up with ideas first, you know. By the way, how is sound and everything? I always have to check at the beginning because I'm always self-conscious and not sure if things are too loud or too quiet. Is music good? Is my voice good? Sound is good? Okay, awesome. Thanks, Prince. Alrighty, let's switch on over into the game. Let's just go ahead and move on in. Here I am in my beautiful survival world. I love this world so much. I don't love these guys so much, though. Get out of here. You guys aren't welcome. You guys in lore are trying to hunt the 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟𝗦, and we can't be having that. Also, I'm struggling to hit y'all without hitting my 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗍𝗍𝗍𝗍. Oh, wait. Got one. This guy's tricky because he's in here. I don't want to break any of my stuff. Okay, cool. All of the stuff. Let me just dump this into... I had a junk barrel somewhere in here. Just make a new one. Alrighty. So, let me take y'all over to where we're going to be building today. Basically, in my world... Wait, one 𝗦𝗢𝗧𝗏, two 𝗦𝗢𝗧. Okay, they're coming. Basically, I have a little island in my survival world. Like, and I say island, it's just like surrounded by a river that goes all the way around it. But it's a little spot where I have been growing wheat. It's been like my farm right now. I call it the Wheat Island. In fact, is that what it's still called over here? Yeah, on my signpost, it's still called Wheat Island. We should change that. Maybe y'all can help me come up with a better name for it. Right now, I'm just gonna call it Sniffer Island. Excuse me, sir. I was writing a sign. That's not very nice of you. If y'all can think of a better name for this island, let me know. But for now, I'm just gonna call it Sniffer Island. Probably back a sneeze. Hold on. I think I'm good. Okay. False alarm. Yeah, if you go down this path, you'll be able to see it up here. This is Wheat Island. It is very plentiful. Lots of wheat here. But basically, we're terraforming this whole thing and going to make it look kind of prehistoric and tropical. The lore is, because obviously the surrounding doesn't look very tropical and prehistoric. The lore of this world... Oh, I switched to sad cam again. I don't know why I keep switching. I need to just take off those options for different faces because I never use them anyway. But the lore in my world, for anyone that's unaware, is that there are rifts that open around this world. It's kind of like a broken universe where things from the multiverse keep getting sucked in from all over the place. And so the lore for this island, oh gosh, wrong button, is that the prehistoric island has just been rifted in from another universe. And so that is how we're explaining how it doesn't match. That's basically why I decided to do like multiverse lore in this world, is so that way I could have a bunch of builds that don't look like they belong together, and just explain why they exist. Because I'm like, you know, obviously a prehistoric island wouldn't make sense right next to a nice like cozy dark forest and like mill town in the taiga. But yeah, lore wise, it's just been magically teleported here. Hey C-Dubs, how are you? Long time no see. How have you been? 6 ads? Which is crazy. Although you probably didn't hear me say that because of the 6 ads. I'm sorry. Doing. How's life been? Life has been okay, I'd say. I won't sugarcoat it. It's been a little stressful, post-grad, because I just haven't figured out what I want to do with my life yet. But like, all things considered, it's been alright. I still have a roof over my house. My parents are letting me stay until I figure stuff out, so I can't complain too much. How's life been for you? That's the important part? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what we need to do, guys, is we honestly just have to, like, clear all the wheat from this island. I'll show y'all. I have the Sniffer Island in 𝗦𝗢𝗥𝗬𝗧𝗛𝗠. So I'll paste this on top of this island in a minute. Basically, when I was designing the island in Creative, I had just copied, like, I had, like, scanned this island in my survival world with 𝗦𝗢𝗥𝗬𝗧𝗏, and then just pasted it in my Creative world, and then just replaced all the blocks on the island with whatever I want, all the new stuff, all the decorations. So it's basically gonna be the same shape. I think I changed the terrain a little bit, but yeah, it's really not gonna change shape too much. Doing alright. Work's been crazy, busy. Tack and I just been busy enjoying fall weather and working. That's good. I'm glad y'all are enjoying the fall weather. It is not feeling like fall all that much right now in Texas, where I'm at. Oh, I just realized I got a lot of wheat stuff that I'm going to be holding now because I have enough these guys over here. I don't think so. Oh dear. Okay, hold on. Let me get rid of that. Then we're going to come over here. We're going to make a wheat chest. Or a couple. Thank you, 𝗦𝗢𝗥𝗬𝗧𝗏. I appreciate I appreciate... Hold on, let me put a chest down first, and then you can start throwing it all at me. This is why I brought the 𝗦𝗢𝗥𝗬𝗧𝗏s, because I knew that they would help pick up everything as I'm breaking it. It's so much wheat, yeah. Whenever, like, I've just been eating, bread in this world, pretty much, even though I've had this world for... How long have I had this world for? I think it's at least 2 years, or we're approaching 2 years. I can't remember. I think it was like late 2023 that I had it, so I think it's almost 2 years that I've had this world. But I've been in the end game for like a long time now, but I just haven't bothered switching to golden carrots yet, because the only village trading hall that I have is like a few thousand blocks away, and even though I have like another portal system to help me get there quicker, like it's just kind of an inconvenience going over there when I have this huge wheat island that I've just been harvesting wheat from. So I'll come every couple of months, harvest the whole island and replant it, and then I will just eat that wheat for the next month or so because I get so much from it. You know what would be quicker, actually? This might not be as effective, but we're gonna give it a try. What if I came up here to the top? Actually, this probably won't work because the water won't run all the way down, but I just do this. And the 𝗦𝗧𝗦𝗦s will help me pick everything up. So, what was I saying before I got distracted? I think I was talking about fall. Yeah, it hasn't felt like fall yet here in Texas. It is still so hot. We did have a really big storm last night. I think it came with a cold front. I just haven't been outside yet today. So I might check. But yesterday it was like, it felt like 100 is what the weather said. And I'm like, it's September. The first day of fall was the other day. How is it still a bajillion degrees outside? Prince, I'm sure you can relate. Unless you're, I don't know, because I know you're in Texas, but I don't know where in Texas you are. So maybe you're in a spot that's even hotter. Maybe you're out west. In which case, I'm so sorry. North Texas? Oh, okay, so about the same area as me. Are the 𝗦𝗧𝗦𝗦s still going? Have they are they overstimulated? Did they quit? Did they say, I'm not doing all this, this is too much work? Got one over here. I don't know where the wheat one is, that's the seed one. Oh, here's the wheat one. Still just working away. I've just been staying inside unless I have to work. Too hot outside? Yeah. I wanted to, since I'm still unemployed, and figuring out what to do, I was like, I want to start doing walks every morning to, like, just stay in shape and stuff like that. And we have, like, a really nice trail behind my house, in, like, a little forested area. So I was like, oh, this would be perfect to do walks every morning. But the thing is, I gotta get up early, because it gets hot quick. And I've just been too lazy to get up too early. So yeah, maybe maybe I'll commit to it like next week or something. Hopefully next week it's like cooler, because like I said, like there's a cold front yesterday, so maybe this is like the fall cold front where it like kind of stay, like Texas is still gonna be hot for a while, but like at least maybe it'll like be cooler for longer in the mornings until like noon or something. Because like by 9 or 10, also by 9, it's already hot out. When it gets cooler, I like to walk around the pond near my house. Walks are nice. I used to go on walks every morning my senior year of high school because I had a release period in high school for, I think it was like first and second period actually. And so I would just go on walks every morning because I still got up at like 6 when the rest of my family had to get up and go to school. But I chose to go on walks right after I got up and ate breakfast and stuff, and it was so nice. I think it was really good for my mental health. Oh my goodness. There's still so much. Maybe I need to help the 𝗦𝗧𝗦𝗦s out a little bit. Help collect this. Because I don't want to let all this wheat go to waste. This is so much food. Also, I have another build. I have a farm build that I want to do in the future. And it requires a lot of hay for decoration. So like this would be really, really useful. Getting outside. Hold on, I think Mandy's out the door. Go check on her. See what she's up to. Is anybody out there? I had to do a little. Did I miss anything? No. We were just talking about taking walks and Texas weather being very hot. And we're also trying to collect all this wheat before it despawns. How much room do 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓𝗏 have in their inventory? Like, how many stacks of a thing can they pick up? Is it only one stack? For some reason, I thought it was more, but it could just be one stack. In which case, I should have brought more 𝗦𝗧𝗓𝗏s. maybe 2 was a little too few. Help me out here. I need more. You know what? I'll take down another tree. We can always replant. Are you guys excited for Minecraft's live on... What day is it coming out? Saturday? I had to remember for a second there. Does anyone have any predictions on what the update's gonna be, the next one, after Copper Age? Welcome back, Cubic. I could help if I'm allowed to join this world? Sure. I always forget where the... Oh, it's the letter, isn't it? Or the envelope. Yeah. I don't know where you're gonna spawn, but if you need help finding your way over here, let me know. I have paths, so... I think you have joined this world before. I think you're over in my house. How we doing? We doing good. I'm hiring Hawk to help me do labor. We philosophied. How would you pronounce that? Philosophied quite a bunch. Nice. What kind of philosophy stuff are you doing? I took a class in college that was kind of philosophy. It wasn't like titled philosophy or anything like that, but like we read a lot of philosophy in it. So I know a little bit. I don't know how much of this despawned. I think quite a bit despawned on, unfortunately. Hawk, let me know if you need help getting over. Oh no, you found your way. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Wait, how do you get that? Oh, they delivered items. Nice, nice. I was like, did you? I thought you had to like breed delays, like duplicate them to get that. So I was like, how'd you duplicate them? I don't hear any music. If anyone else, any of the potato snails have Essential and want to hop on too, let me know. You also want to vibe and hang out. I might invite, since I'm not doing a survival series anymore, I might be open to inviting people more, like on a whim to this world. Like this is still like a solo world. Like I don't want. Like, I want to still build everything and stuff myself here, but if people just want to hop on and hang out on streams, I'm open to that. In case anyone didn't see the last stream, I don't know what I'm talking about when I say that I'm getting rid of my solo world, or my solo, what was I saying? My survival series on YouTube. Basically, I was talking about how I got an internship opportunity for next year starting in January, and it will be going through August, which is exciting, but I will have to move to Orlando for this opportunity, and with that being so far, I won't be able to take my desktop with me, so I doubt I'll be able to stream where I'll be staying. So I'll be having roommates and stuff again, like in college. So I was talking about how I think I'm just gonna end, or not end, but just cancel my survival Let's Play series on YouTube, because especially considering it's so like narrative focused, like I do a lot of lore in it and stuff, it's so hard trying to do that series when there's like at least 6 months breaks in between every episode. Like, it's hard to keep people engaged with that when the gaps are so big. And also, it's hard for me to do, because in 6 months, sometimes I might not remember what the full story was going to be, or I lose motivation to do a certain story, or whatever, because it's been so long. So, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna stop. I'm still gonna use this world as a forever world that I stream on, and I might do more videos on it in the future. It just won't be like that Let's Play series. It's just gonna be more like one-off videos. But yeah, I still like the idea of doing a survival world that's a forever world that I keep coming back to. So this world won't be going anywhere, and I'm not like stopping streaming and doing videos after I move to Orlando. Like, there'll be a big break for sure, but I making videos and streaming is so fun to me. I don't think I'll ever stop unless I have to, just because it's such a fun creative outlet for me. But yeah, with that all being said, since that survival series isn't going on anymore, this world will definitely probably be more of a streaming world. At least something that I only do on streams. So I'm open to like just inviting people on and hanging out on it. Love to hop on, but I have chores today. LOL. Also, congrats on the internship. Thanks, and good luck with your chores. Yesterday was kind of a chore day for me. A lot of stuff that I had to clean around the house, and dishes and laundry and all the things. Would it using a water bucket be faster than 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗓𝗏? You read my mind. Yes, I didn't know. I just didn't want to do it too much because the allays can't keep up. But I think I'll do them in small patches like this. And clear everything. Or collect everything. Sweet dream. Wait, I didn't read what you were saying up there. Oh, Haiku said they can only carry one stack, the allays. And then he said, we were preparing a dissertation introduction writing test. We're having Friday on the subject, is man slave to machines? Ooh. Oh, what's that called? There's like a term for that, right? Like, technological determinism or something like that. And then there's another one that's like the opposite of that. If I remember right, technological determinism is like, it's either technology determines, like, technology impacts how people behave, and then or it's people impact how we use technology, like society impacts how we use technology, or something like that. If I remember from my philosophy and like sociology classes. What is that term? Technological determinism? Technological determinism. I might not have the definition memorized correctly. Hold on, there it is on screen if you need to write it down. Yeah, I might not have the word or the definition memorized correctly, but I remember us talking about this in class. Because I remember in school we talked about how we applied that was like in conversations about like AI, and how like do people impact how we use AI, or does AI impact how we view the world or whatever? Oh, I forget we don't have multiplayer sleep. Hawk, give me a second. I'm gonna go grab another bed. Be careful because I don't light these forests up. I like it dark because I don't like when it's like unnaturally bright. So you might hang out on the wheat island. I doubt very many mobs will spawn over there. I'm gonna grab a bed and a chest. I'll look up the French version. Yeah, I'm sure there's a French term for it. Maybe. There are some things in like my classes where it's like, oh, did I say creeper? No, those are zombies. Okay, I got scared. I can handle zombies. If it was a creeper, no. But there are some terms in like some of my classes where it would be like, it was thought of in another, like by someone that spoke another language, so like the term is still in that language. I just blanked on what I was supposed to get. Bed and chests. Chests. Bed. Tap. Speaking of zombies, so I was talking about all these guys here. Are any of y'all Marvel fans? And if so, have any of y'all watched the... Oh, goodness gracious. Dodge and weave, dodge and weave, dodge and weave. Have any of y'all watched the Marvel Zombies show that's come out today? I know it just came out today, so like, even if people are thinking about watching it, they might not have. Okay. Hawk, if you want to come over. Okay, we're safe. Good morning. But I started watching it this morning. The first episode, at least, I watched. Because I was like really scared to watch it because I hate zombies. Like, I don't do zombie stuff well. But I thought I'd give it a try. And it wasn't as bad as I was anticipating. Like, it's still really gory, and I don't do gore very well, so I was kind of like half watching. I was like doing stuff on another monitor while it was on. But it's a lot more like silly than I thought it would be, which honestly helps. If you're like a fan of like zombie stuff and like scary things, you might not like it because you might be like tonally it feels off, which is kind of fair. But for me, as someone that doesn't like scary stuff, and especially zombies, I kind of appreciate the lighter tone because, yeah, I don't do zombies well. They creep me out. One of my like least favorite things in fiction is like mind control, and like zombies are basically that, like in a way. I guess it's a little bit more mindless, but like, I don't know. It creeps me out. Not liking creepy stuff is also why I haven't seen Sinners yet. Because I keep hearing, like, Sinners is, like, the movie of the year. Even as the year's coming to an end, I keep seeing people say, like, oh yeah, Sinners is still, like, the best movie that we had this year. And I really want to see it, because I also really like Ryan Coogler as, like, a director. But I didn't want to go see it in theaters because it's, like, horror, apparently. If I'm right, that's what I've heard at least. And so I'm like, I don't want to watch it in theaters. I'll wait until it hits streaming or digital or something like that, and then watch it at home. And it has. I just don't have HBO Max, which it's on. But I was like, if I watch it, I want to watch it with like during the day with the windows open and stuff like that. My sister was saying she was wanting to watch it too, because she likes Michael B. Jordan. As like an actor, and so I was like, we should watch it together. So maybe we'll find an opportunity, like over Thanksgiving or something, when she comes home from college, and we can watch it together. Is there anyone here that does like horror movies or like scary stuff? Like, I can handle spooky stuff, like things that are just a little scary, but like I don't like straight up horror or like, I don't know, stuff like that, you know? Like, I can do like, of an example of something that's like a little scary that I like, but not. Like, I liked, Marvel did a thing called Werewolf by Night a few years ago, which is like a werewolf, short, not short. It was like, they call them special presentations. They're like short movies, like 40 minutes. So they did one called Werewolf by Night, and I liked that. And then I like anything with like witches. I think witches are really interesting. Like characters. Like, I not like the like. I mean, I'm trying to think how to phrase this. Like the fictional character of witches, I think, is a really fascinating like trope. Even though I know that there are people in real life that are like considered witches, you know. But how, like, people have mythologized them is interesting too. Oh, can anyone in any mods in chat get rid of that message? Por favor. I wish there was an easier way to delete messages just from the streaming dashboard. It doesn't let me do that though. I can pin a message and I can reply to a message in chat, but I can't. I have to like open up a whole new tab in order to get rid of stuff. Let me see if I can. Hold on, let me try to get rid of it. You hear echo for a second because I'm pulling up my own stream. Oh gosh, the echo scared me. I'm not gonna lie. Where's chat? Hold on. Yeah, Cubic, can you get rid of that from your POV? I'm trying to in mine, but I can't figure it out. I'm the most inept streamer of all time. I am so bad. It's not like even showing when I pulled up the streaming mode, it's not showing me that that message. You lost it? It's okay, I'll let that one slide then. Yeah, mine lost chat history too. I don't know. We'll let it slide. Bots won. Camden, aka mod team. Well, a lot more. We've deleted them in the past, but they can have this one on us. The potato snails in the chat, what do you guys think we should do for our Halloween event that we were talking about doing last stream. If you weren't here last stream and didn't hear that conversation, I think it was Elise that said we should do. It was Elise or Hawk, I think, that said we should do something for Halloween. Well, that'd be fun. But we need to think of something fun to do. It's Halloweeny on the server. I was thinking about making a maze of some type, like a corn maze. But I don't know how to build corn in Minecraft. I don't know what blocks to use to make corn. We could do a wheat maze. We could do. I'm trying to think of like games that we could make that are like Halloween themed. What to think? Hawk is typing. They're deep in thought. Gosh, these guys keep getting stuck. Here, I'm just giving the boat for now. I just realized I haven't said a single thing since I joined the world. You've been locked in. You've been honed in on digging up this wheat. I appreciate it. You're busy being in LA. You are. You're basically just another LA, but with more inventory slots. For some reason, I thought they had more inventory slots than they do, but I don't think I've ever had an LA do a task this big before, because this is a lot of wheat to pick up. Honestly, I'll admit, in the past, I've been wrong about LAs. I was like, I don't think I was ever really a hater of LAs, but like I didn't like them because they beat the copper golem. But like really, they're honestly kind of useful. I use them in this world. I've used them a lot. Here, Hawk, let's go to bed so that way we can prevent monsters from getting us. But yeah, they're not bad. They're pretty useful, especially when building and stuff. Like, give them if you're building something that has a lot of the same block, or if you're mining or something, doing something with a lot of the same block, they're really helpful with digging stuff up, or with collecting all the blocks. Like when I built or dug out that quarry for Timbertown, I used a lot of layers to pick up all the blocks that I was digging out. Copper golems we're getting now seem way more useful than what we were gonna get. Apparently they can do item sort. Yeah, they can do item sorting now. I think there's like they can sort up to 10 chests. But if you have multiple, like say you have 5 copper golems, that's 50 chests you can get them to organize. I don't really know how the mechanic works. Like, I think it's a distance thing, like based on where they were spawned. They can only reach chests so far. I haven't actually played with them myself yet. I've been watching like 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗦𝗛𝗡𝗏𝗧𝗏 update videos where he talks about it. But I haven't really like looked at them in depth. So I'm sure once the update comes out, I'll do a little bit more research and see. I want to incorporate them in my quarry, if not for like a functional reason, then just for like an aesthetic reason. Like I think it'd be so fun having like, because I was talking about this last stream, because I was showing anyone that wasn't here last stream, we were doing a tour of my creative world. where I like build stuff that I want to eventually put in here in the Potato Snow server or whatever. And I have this quarry that I've been working on that's going to go in Timber Town. And I said it would be a really fun idea if, like, lore-wise, the people that ran the quarry had a bunch of copper golems go into the mines for them. Because the quarry is like a dripstone quarry. So there's a lot of spikes and stuff, so it's really dangerous. So I like the idea of, like, whoever owns the mine, they built all the iron, or the copper golems to be like, alright, you guys go in and do the work so that way real people don't get hurt, you know. We can rebuild you. We can't rebuild a person. So I don't know if I'll have them do item sorting in that that quarry, but I do like the idea of them just walking around. Initially, they were glorified redstone inputs, which we already had a lot of. Yeah, because didn't they like push buttons? They could like hit copper buttons and randomly trigger things. I think that would have been fun, but I think this one is a lot more useful. It helps with the inventory management that people complain about a little bit. More item sorting, but like, you know, the time element is helped with them helping do a lot of the work for you. As we see. But yeah, I'm excited for the next update. And there's new copper blocks. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm excited for the next update, but I'm not as excited as, like, the Happy Gas or the Spring to Life update. Those last two drops, I think, are my favorite drops that they've done. This one's really good, too. Like, this is probably third, if I had to rank drops. But I don't know. Maybe it's just because we have so much copper already. I think also what it is, I'm not excited for the copper tools. I doubt I'll ever use those copper tools unless I'm like using them to decorate. Because they're apparently... Are they like a tier lower than gold? They probably have better durability than gold, but they, like, as far as like efficiency wise, I think it's worse. I don't know. It's like, if not worse than on par with gold. It's like right there. The way I voted for the mobs was by how much content. Wait, how much they would impact the game and how much content they would come with, which is why I voted for 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗓𝗏, Sniffer, and Armadillo. I think I just went by cuteness factor. I won't lie. I probably should have considered it like you. But I think really it's just come down to which one's cuter, in my opinion. Because I voted for 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓𝗏 the year it was in the vote. I voted for Copper Golem when the 𝗦𝗢𝗧𝗏 won. I did vote for the Armadillo. But the Armadillo was mainly because I was like, oh, there's armadillos in Texas. I want a little Texan mob with me. So yeah. And then what other mobs were mob votes? I voted for the foxes the year that they won. I voted for the frog. I think the goats won the year that the frog was in a vote. But we ended up getting frogs in the end, eventually. Which I was happy about. And honestly, the goats were the right choice because they, I think, helped. Because I think they promised with the goat, this is a part of like the biome vote, that it would come with bigger mountains, and that's kind of what helps inspire Caves and Cliffs Part 2, which is what I consider my favorite update in the game of all time. So in the end, the goats I think were the better choice, but I did vote for the frogs that year. And then the year that the Phantom was voted in, I voted for the little jungle chomper. I don't know what they called it, but I voted for whatever the jungle monster was. That one I didn't win. What other mob votes have there been? I think it's all of them, right? Might be missing one. But But realistically, all 3 mobs are pretty forgotten. I don't know. I'm using 𝗦𝗧𝗦𝗏 right now to help build a sniffer island. So for me personally, as someone who is using 2 of the mob mode critters in this stream, I love them. I think the sniffer is the best one that they added for my mob mode. It's so cool. I'm just waiting for separate world borders. As soon as it's out, I'll put out a skyblock map. Ooh. I never heard someone suggest separate world borders, but that would be really cool. Hope they add birds one day. More birds would be great. Just like little, like bluebirds or blackbirds, like fly around in trees. Cardinals, maybe. Like, that would be cool. Parrots are nice, but you don't see them so rarely because they're in jungles. And jungles are so dense that it's kind of hard to see them. Little birds would add so much life. The thing is, though, like, I would just want birds for, like, aesthetics. I'm the kind of guy that likes mobs that don't have a purpose. I know there are a lot of people, and maybe some of y'all think this, but, like, that could think that, every mob should have some functionality or purpose in the game, whether it's a useful drop, or whether it's like the copper golem where it like does something for you. But I like mobs like polar bears or ocelots or bats that are literally just there to help like animate biomes. Honestly, that's kind of how I see the armadillo too. I think that was one of the reasons I voted for the armadillos, because like there's barely anything in acacia biomes. Like I was like, we need more life. So like I just like mobs that just vibe. They're just there. I like mobs with no purpose also. Yeah, they're so nice. So like little birds, even if you couldn't do it, like if there was something that you could use the birds for, like that would be great. But if they literally just had birds that fly around, I'd be happy. I would have probably voted for the 𝗦𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟𝗦 back then when it was in the thing. See, that year was weird, because I was like, why would you have 2 passive mobs and 1 that's hostile? Like, if you're gonna have a hostile mob and a mob vote, have all of the mobs be hostile. Because, like, personally, I would not want another... I wouldn't vote for another hostile mob. Because I'm, like, I don't like fighting mobs a lot. So I'm like, you know... Like, it was a cool mob idea. But like when it was up against the 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓𝗦 and the 𝗦𝗧𝗦𝗏, I was like, that's a weird trio to have all together. I think their theming though, that vote was like mobs from our other games. Because like 𝗦𝗖𝗔𝗟𝗦 is from Dungeons. The 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗏 and the 𝗦𝗧𝗏𝗏 were both from Minecraft Earth, I think. I'm still holding out hope that they add the 𝗦𝗢𝗓 one day. They had the perfect opportunity to add it when they did the Spring to Life update. Because they added all the new cows. It would have been the perfect time to bring it back. But alas. I'm holding out hope. Maybe this Minecraft Live, they'll announce it. They'll be like, the end update, but also a 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗏, because you guys won't stop asking for it. It would be a dream come true. Also, I don't like the name 𝗦𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟𝗦. They should have named it the 𝗔𝗟𝗔𝗟𝗦. I don't remember who I saw that suggested that. But I remember at one point someone suggested it be called the 𝗔𝗟𝗔𝗟, and I'm like, that's the perfect name for it. Why didn't they think of that? So if they do add the 𝗦𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟𝗦 one day, I hope that's the name. I hope they change the name to that. Hawk, can we, after we pick up what's laying out over here, can we go to bed again? Just make sure this doesn't respawn first. I would love a bat type ambient mob that just randomly spawned and despawns, but for like the surface. It could literally just be random, or It could be literally just random textures like different birds or butterflies. Butterflies would be amazing. I would love like birds and butterflies, both. Yes, I agree. Imagine having like a little like butterfly enclosure. That would be so pretty. What if they just had added like bug, like the bug mob, and then the texture could change? It could be like butterflies, it could be dragonflies, it could like switch up. That would be cool. Hey, back it up. I'm trying to sleep. That'd be so cool. Yeah, I think Cruz and I said this last stream, but for anyone that wasn't there, I think Cruz and I are considering doing a reaction stream to Minecraft Live together. He's nervous for it for some reason. He's done streams with me before, and he's like, let me know if I talk too much during it. And I'm like, that's literally why we would be streaming it. No one would want to watch our reaction if we're not talking. Like, why wouldn't you just watch the main broadcast then, you know? It's like, the point of us streaming it is that way we can yap about it with chat and together while we're watching it. So I think this Saturday, expect a stream from the two of us. I need to figure out how we're gonna watch it together, because my computer doesn't have speakers, so I have to wear my headphones on it. And I don't know how to, I don't think you can connect 2 pairs of headphones to computer at a time. So I need to figure out how we're both going to hear it. Maybe he'll have it up on like a phone or something. Like maybe both watch it off my screen, but he has it on his phone and has headphones in, so that way he can just hear what they're saying. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It might be a janky setup, but it will be set up. I'm excited for this one because I like the streamers and YouTubers they got. I like how last time they invited like a few streamers to come check it out. I think they should keep doing that for future Minecraft lives. Like invite influencers and have them test out the new update and stuff. Because last time they had a bunch last time. They had like Grian, Pearlescent Moon, 𝗔𝗦𝗧𝗦𝗦, Foolish Gamers, Tina Kitten, Ollie the Orion Sound, 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟𝗦. That's how you say her name. Oh, what's this? Bobby Craft? Is that his name? I think he was a Spanish-speaking creator. I can't remember. But they had like a bunch. I mean, this time it seems like they had Shovel, 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗎𝗪𝗔𝗍𝗦, Tubbo, and 𝗔𝗠𝗏. I think that's all of them. So I'm excited to see them on the show, just because I don't know 𝗔𝗠𝗏 very much. I haven't really watched his stuff, but everyone else I've watched a ton of. So yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. This song reminded me. Is anyone else here a Stranger Things fan? And if so, are y'all excited for the last season? It's coming up soon. I'm surprised there hasn't been a second trailer. Any more chests? Have we already used them up? There's a lot of wheat. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's chop down another tree. Which one that I can chop down? Let's see. This one, I guess. I'll replant these once we're done. Bum bum. Bum bum. Oh yeah, I've got more hawk. Only 2, but little. How much? We don't have much more left, do we? We'll probably need another one, honestly. Let me go ahead. Come on, baby. Come on, darling. Let's steal this moment from you now. Come on, angel. Come on, darling. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I'm excited and nervous for last season of Stranger Things. Just because I always get nervous with the final season. Like, are they going to stick the landing? I feel like it's very hard to stick a landing on a TV show. There are very few shows that have ended where I'm like, that was a great ending. Like, I could probably only think of a few, like, Better Call Saul, I think, might be the best ending to a TV show I've ever seen. It might be my favorite finale of anything ever. It was really good. Breaking Bad, a lot of people say that it's really good, and I agree. Andor season, or just Andor, it ended on a strong note. Andor's a little weird though, because like technically its finale isn't the finale, like Rogue One, because it's a prequel to Rogue One. Rogue One is kind of the finale. And then Rogue One as an Andor finale isn't amazing, because Andor's not the main character of that movie. So it's weird that they try to it's just weird. Like, obviously no one knew that 10 years later Cassian Andor, the side character, would get a TV show that's like the best Star Wars thing of all time. And he's one of like the most well-written characters in the entire franchise. So like no one knew to put him as the main character because they didn't know he was gonna get a spin-off series. So that's one thing I like in post Andor. It's a little weird is that he's not the main character. But Rogue One's still alright. It's still good. What other shows have stuck the landing? Even though I consider it my favorite show of all time, I don't think Arcane stuck the landing as well as it could have. It's not a bad finale, but it's not. There's things that frustrate me about its ending. And I won't get into it on this stream because I've rambled about it before. But I still love Arcane dearly. But yeah, I wouldn't consider it an amazing ending. Arcane Season 2 is such a strong debate subject. People get so heated about Arcane Season 2. Like, I kind of had to stop watching, like, video essays and stuff about Arcane Season 2. Because people could get so negative about it. And I'm like, the criticism is valid. But it makes me sad because I love Arcane so much. And I'm like, I can recognize that it's not a perfect ending, but it's still one of my favorite shows, you know? People like bad shows all the time. And Arcane's not even bad. It just had made some writing choices that I don't particularly agree with or think was best for the characters. My friend in school with whom I talk a lot about writing and filmmaking loves Arcane Season 1 and was so hyped with Season 2. He absolutely hates Season 2's writing. Yeah. I think it also comes down to who your favorite Arcane character is. Like, I think Vi fans absolutely hate Season 2. Because she is sidelined a little bit in Season 2. She's like the second lead of Season 1, you know? And then Season 2, like, she's still important, especially in Act 1. But she definitely... You can tell the writers aren't as interested in exploring her character in Season 2 as they are, like, Jinx and Caitlyn and Jace and Echo. Like, which, for me... I still, you know, I love Vi. She's in my top 5 characters. But, like, Jinx, Echo, and Caitlyn are, like, my top 3. So the fact that they got a lot of focus in Season 2, I was happy with. But I understand why, if Vi is one of your favorite characters, like, why it's a frustrating season. Like, I don't blame people that criticize it for that. I said I wasn't gonna ramble about Arcane, and then y'all got me started. I'm blaming you. I love Arcane though. I could yap about it. I could it and Andor. I could yap about more than maybe any other movie or show. Like I love those two shows so much. He believes with a passion that Arcane Season 2 abandoned what Season 1 was aiming. In a way it did, especially with some of like the like social commentary, you know, like the stuff about Piltover and Zahn. It did kind of betray the themes that it was setting. It took a very centrist position on the whole, on that whole thing, which is really disappointing when Season 1 sets up like this huge revolution arc and stuff for Zahn. I do wish they could have explored that more, and because of that I do think a Season 3, I don't think that Season 3 was necessary. I think they still could have written Season 2 in a way that still would have been a little lackluster, like a little bit like, oh, there's still so much you could do, there's still so much you could explore, but like I do think there's a way they could have landed the plane with just 2 seasons, but I think 3 seasons would have really let them explore the revolution and social political side of the story more. But it's very clear that that's not something the writers were interested in. I think I watched the video essay where someone was talking about like a lot of the things. I think Christian Link is one of the showrunners' names. What a lot of his, they were going through his interviews or something like that, and it was really clear from their research that like he viewed the Piltover versus Zahn of the whole show as like a backdrop. It wasn't really what he wanted to explore like thematically. It was just there to help set up character dynamics, which I was gonna say is fine. That's one of my least favorite parts of Season 2 is that wasn't explored. So it does frustrate me that he didn't want to explore that. But like it is a very character focused show, so for them not wanting to focus on, like, as a writer I can understand not wanting to spend that much time on that subject if that's not what you want to write about. But that's what I think is most interesting about the show, which is what's frustrating me. You came back to Arcane? You did. Welcome back. I just said that I wasn't going to yap about Arcane, and then I think I've been yapping for about 5 minutes now about Season 2. I love it, Arcane, though. Even with Season 2's faults. Typical eye shard, yeah. Don't get me started. If there's 2 things you don't want to get me started on, it's Arcane and Andor, because I will yap your ear off about both of the shows. Alrighty, I think we've gotten all the wheat. Thank you, Hawk, for your help. You've been a big help. Now, what we need to do is, whoops, I got a stick in here somewhere. Let me load schematic. All the wheat's gone. Sniffer Islet. This might lag for a second. All layers. Oh gosh, okay. Let's see if I can line this up right. Oh, I forgot I need to go. Hello? Here we go. Oh, it's laggy. Down, over, down, back, up. Is this right? One more this way. Wait, no. Hold on. Dun, dun, dun. Down. Perfect. Okay. Now this is the difficult part. I didn't really plan how much red there was going to be. What would be the best way of doing this? Oh, goodness. I guess just dig up all the red. Because all the red is going to be replaced with other blocks anyway. So, yeah, let's go ahead and just break it. Honestly, if I... I think if we just dig every layer of this island down by one, I think that would be a good starting point. We just got to remember where we dug. Hawk, do you have tools? I don't think you have any tools. You've just been punching. You can help me out with this. Hold on. Let me go. I should have brought an ender chest out here. Let me go to my house. You can follow if you want. Only bread. Yeah, you can come with me. I'll get you a set of tools. I have a lot to spare. What are y'all's favorite shows? What shows can y'all yap about a lot, if any? Y'all might not be TV people, but if mine are Arcane and Andor. What are y'all's faves? Here, you can have the sword and the shovel and the hoe. Well, actually, that one has fortune. I don't know if you'd want a fortune hoe, but it might come in useful. I'll give you a silk touch pick. And I don't have an axe. Hold on, I might have an axe with full durability. Yeah, here you go. Here's an axe. And then I don't think I have any spare diamond armor. Oh, wait, yes I do. Yes I do, I think. Well, I have some. It's not the best, but... Yeah, here you go. Boop, boop, boop. I don't have a chest plate. Here. I think I have a... Just if you want to have a full one of everything, you can wear. It's better than having nothing at all. Yeah. Is there anything else you need or want? I have a lot of tools because I just have a lot of spares for me in case things break. So like, if you want a bucket, I got buckets. Yeah, I think it works. I don't have an elytra, unfortunately, so I can't get you that. Are you eating with the cats? Y'all having dinner together? Nice. Alrighty, let's go back and start digging. So basically what we can do is we can just dig everything on the island, every layer down by one. The only thing is we need to remember, I guess the best way to do it is start from the bottom layer and work our way up, because then we'd know what hasn't been dug yet. You know what I mean? Because it would be 2 blocks up. Worst case scenario, if we break more than we need, then we can just go back and... Like, we're going to be building this anyway, so... yeah, we can start with the bottom layer. And then work our way to the top. Is the sea... Randy used to watch his eyes and he told his sailor stories. For those. understand. Ba-na-na-bum-bum. Through a silent town, what's a man who's not around? So say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. I think this side I did a lot of terraforming too, so I think I might have to dig out more than I'm doing now in a minute. So I think this is another stunning rock spot, if y'all remember what this thing looks like in the creative world. If y'all were for that, here for that stream. You know what I should do? Here, Mr. Lay. You pick up dirt for me now. I don't know where the other one went, but this should be fine. The one downside to Allays, I know I was praising Allays earlier, talking about how good of a mob they were, is that they get lost really easily. I lose Allays all the time. Luckily, I have the Allay cave where I can go and just breed more, but yeah, they just go missing a lot. My world is anything, I'd wanna be next to you. My earth was through. Just for one, die with a smile. I know we were talking about Minecraft's Live a minute ago. Do y'all have predictions on what they're going to announce? I don't know if any of y'all keep up with, like, leaks and stuff. There have been leaks. I don't know if I trust them, though, because there have been leaks in the past that have been, like, not accurate. But I haven't seen any teasers. In the past, like, last Minecraft's Live, by this time, I think someone said, like, the Tuesday before the last Minecraft's Live, they had already put out a teaser for the Happy Ghast. Like, no one knew what it meant, obviously. No one knew what the Happy Ghast was. But there were teasers for it, so people can start speculating. I haven't seen any teaser. So I'm really curious to see what it is. People have been saying that it's some kind of aquatic update. But I don't know. I don't know where the sand goes. Let's go down here. I wouldn't mind another aquatic update. I don't know what else they would add. Like, obviously there's plenty of other fish that they could add. Let's go to bed real quick. Hawk. Yeah, there's plenty of other fish they could add. They could add whales, they could add swordfish, they could add eels, starfish, clams, like, you know. There's tons of ocean life you could add. Tons of ocean biomes. They could have like a deep ocean thing with like anglerfish, like an abyss. But then I also saw someone say that it's going to be a combat update. Now apparently there's a leak that there's going to be spears. I don't know. I don't know why they would add spears, because that feels too much like a trident to me. Unless they want like an early game trident that you can still throw like a javelin. But then, like, what's the point of getting a, like, maybe, like, aside from Riptide and stuff, what's the point of getting a spear over a trident? I don't know. Whatever they add, I hope it's good. Obviously, my number one update pick is end update. But I think that it seems like that might be something that they're holding off for like a special occasion. Like they're not going to do it until like the 20th anniversary of Minecraft or something like that. I could see that being the case. Like they would just do the whole combat update then. Well, I don't know what people are saying when they say that there's going to be a combat update. Like what change? Like I don't know if it's the changes that they already had like in an experimental snapshot. Because there was that a while ago where they were playing with like reach and cooldowns and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's something, or if people mean that they're doing like a like just new weapons. I don't know, but that's something that I've heard going around on Twitter, like people saying that it might be combat related. So I don't know, maybe. The only thing is, I can't imagine them doing a whole update that's combat themed, because not enough people are combat players, you know? Like, obviously that's something that a lot of people in the community have wanted for a long time, but, you know, you'll have your normal players, like me, that I don't play, like, mini game servers a lot, you know? And if I do, the games I'm playing aren't usually PvP based. And then there are people that are, like, even less of PvPers than me, even though I barely do PvP stuff. So I can't imagine that they would just dedicate a whole update to that. They would have to have something else in there, like a new boss, a new place to explore, you know? That would incentivize people to do the new combat stuff. But then I'm like, well, why wouldn't they add that in the trial chamber update if they were doing PvP stuff? That would have been, to me, that seems like that would have been the perfect time to add a bunch of new stuff. Because it's an update about fighting in the trial chambers, you know? But it could be like one of the copper, like, because like this whole update is copper themed. So I imagine a lot of the stuff that they're adding in it is like stuff they wanted to add when they first introduced copper, but then they just couldn't get it all in one update. So then they like spaced it out. So I wonder if, you know, if they do a combat one, maybe that's why. It's because they're like, oh, well, this is meant for the Child Chambers update, but we just couldn't get it coded and stuff in time or designed, so we pushed it back. I don't know. I don't know a lot about what goes on behind the scenes, like game development wise. I just imagine though for like marketing, they would want something else with it than just combat. Yes, I played those. It was a pretty big thing, but they delayed it because they wanted to do it right and not have people complain and not having to fix it again later. Yeah, that's fair. Because after the last combat update, like, there are still people that play on 1.8, which I feel like at this point, you gotta get over it. Like, for a while, I was like, no, that's fair. Like, keep playing the version you want to play. But then now it's like you are... What, like, its combat update came out 10 years ago, right? So you're playing a 10-year-old version of the game just because of the combat. Like, you're missing out on so much if you still play 1.8. And honestly, I kind of, like, I'm not a PvPer, so I don't know, but I kind of prefer how combat is now with, like, the crit hits rather than the spam clicking. I feel like it takes more strategy. So it's like a little bit more fun, you know? I'm gonna break all this, or put all this water in, or plug all these holes so that way this water doesn't keep spilling and then making more water source blocks. One thing, I'm surprised that they still haven't implemented the minecart changes that they had in an experimental update, because they seemed pretty popular. Like, I liked them, and I think I've seen a lot of people, like, online, like, say that they had fun playing with them. So I'm surprised that they haven't incorporated that in the main game yet. I understand why they haven't maybe done the villager, because they did experimental villager changes as well. This build's gonna take me a lot longer than I was anticipating. Like I knew it would be a long project, but I didn't anticipate how long the setup for this would be. I won't lie. Just destroying the terrain that's already here. I should have done some replay mod. Or not, I don't have replay mod anymore. I think I use flashback now. I should have done some flashback recording so I could have time lapse to the even though I'm not doing video for like a fun time lapse still could have been cool for like TikTok or something. Hey Q, what are your like most wanted Minecraft features? Because you seem to like play around a lot with like the code and with like just like all the experimental updates and stuff. So I imagine you have some like fun ideas of like stuff you think would be fun in the game. I know you talked about like birds and butterflies and the separate world borders, but do you have any other ideas? I liked the ideas that you had so far. So now I think that's why I'm like curious, like what else do you have ideas for? These are good ideas. One of mine is blue blocks. I just want more blue blocks because I feel like that's the color that we're very limited with, especially when it comes to like stairs and slabs. Some kind of blue stair and slab would be really nice. Imagine if we had like an ice update where you can make ice ice stairs and slabs. I doubt they'll do that. I imagine that would be tricky having to code like slipping and sliding on stairs and slabs. Maybe it could be like a type of ice that's like not slippery. I don't even know if that exists in real life, but like compact ice. I feel like that'd be more like snow, wouldn't it? Your heart is so to me, and then always be la vie en rose. Oh, have I caught up to your layer down there? I'll hop down here and help with it. Thanks for the help, Hop. This actually would have taken probably even like this has taken a while. But if I had just been doing it by myself, I probably would have just now been finishing the wheat. Oh, the water. This is a good idea at the time to help all the crops grow, but now it's such a pain. Here, I'll plug the water and then you can break. How about that? One thing is it's tricky. You have 1 pixel to kind of place through. We're struggling a little, guys. Not a lot. No. Here we go. More. Why did I build this like this? Music got so quiet all of a sudden. Maybe it's just the song. Oh, sorry, I was skipping musics. Musics, plural. Who did he want? The one I want most is more stuff to be renewable. Like netherrack, even if it's some slow, convoluted ways that you can grow the nether grass blocks to the thing you get from ice lava generator thingy. Oh, the basalt. That could be good. The thing with netherrack though is it's like stone. Like you'll never run out of netherrack. I guess that would be good though for like fun game modes like Skyblock, you know? Or maybe if your nether in Skyblock is void. Then that makes sense. Have you, Haiku, watched the YouTube series Skyblock Kingdoms? It's an SMP that I started watching this year, and it's really cool. It's like a whole SMP, like, multiplayer server in Skyblock, which is something that I'm surprised. They claim that they're the first Skyblock SMP, which I would believe, because I don't think I've ever seen, at least on YouTube, someone do that before. I'm sure I know that there are Skyblock servers out there, like, just like public ones, but like, for like a YouTube series, I don't think I've ever seen that done. But yeah, it's really cool. I didn't realize until I started watching the series, like, how little things you can access in Skyblock, like, normally. They have a few data packs that let them, get resources that, like, wouldn't be available in normal Skyblock. But, like, I didn't realize how many things, like, they're unobtainable if you're not in a normal world generation. And they also have like a resource pack that makes it to where even though everything's void, there's still biomes. So as they're like bridging around, they might bridge into like a jungle void, and so then anything they do in that area is jungle. It's really interesting. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just when I started listening to them. But the Crane Wives is such a fall, winter, mainly fall, like bands to me. I don't know if that makes sense. Like when I hear, like I feel like all summer I've been listening. They're my favorite bands. So I listen to them all the time. But like for some reason during the summer I just wasn't vibing with it as much as I normally do. And then fall rolled around and I'm like, oh, this feels the Crane vibes right. Well, that Crane vibes feel right again. It just feels like the right season for Crane vibes music. But it might just be because maybe whenever I started listening to them for the first time, it was fall. So now it just feels like that's the right time to listen. I don't know. Like diamonds are a pretty big one, or it's just really slow because you need to wait for a wandering trader. Yeah. Are we allies or enemies? This would be the death of me. All is fair in love and war, but I can't fight you anymore. It's the death of me. This will be the death of me. One thing with diamonds in my world that I've been doing is not crafting anything with them unless I have to. Like obviously like jukeboxes and enchanting tables and stuff like that, you can't craft without diamonds. But like I've been hoarding my diamonds and trying to get all my tools through villagers so that way I can save diamonds. So now I just have a collection of diamonds in this world that I don't really use for anything. I think eventually I might build with them and stuff. So like diamonds, people always are like, oh, you can't decorate with ore blocks because it's they're too tacky. And you know, like there's like the stereotype where it's like 5-year-old Minecraft builds where they only use like diamond, gold, and emerald blocks like creative mode. And that is ugly, but there are ways to tastefully build with like ore and diamond blocks and stuff like that. And so I'm waiting for good opportunities to start using them. Do we need more chests to put the dirt in? You might. Lover, won't you treat me right? It's fun. It's fun though right now because in a very recent update with the clay from Mud and the piglin bartering, you can actually get most stuff. Yeah, I think they've started considering more recently like people that play unconventionally like that with like skyblock or like super flat modes. And they're like, well, let's try to find more ways to make this stuff more accessible in those modes. I think it's really good. Really cool. Although, in Skyblock, how do you get renewable dirt? You can't, right? Because the clay comes from mud. Mud comes from dirt. Is there a way to get renewable dirt? I'm not sure. I think one thing that they should do is make renewable sand. And I heard someone pitch once that they should make it to where husks drop sand. Because, like, they're in the desert. They get all sandy and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that would be the perfect way to implement that. Then you can make a husk farm of some kind. Together, while we're closing in this black hole in the living room floor, I keep trying to ignore, but it's growing. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Your message almost got deleted, or like the auto thing for misogyny haiku. How could you? You're talking about a hoe, a gardening utensil, gardening tool. It's like a fork. That's misogynistic. Don't talk about gardening tools haiku. SMH. Coarse dirt from dirt and gravel from bartering. Then you hoe it and you get more dirt. Oh, really? Wait. Oh, wait. So like when you craft the gravel and dirt into coarse dirt, you get more than like the two. Oh wait, yeah, because you get 4, right? Is that what the recipe is? 2 dirt, 2 gravel, and that makes 4 coarse dirt. I didn't even think about that. That's a smart. 2 dirt, 2 gravel gives 4 coarse dirt. Yeah. Oh. I've never thought about that before. That's smart. Ooh, I'm getting a little framey. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because I'm connecting to Hawk. Maybe that makes it a little laggier. I don't know. Black hole in the living room, I keep standing on the edge and looking. Wait, hold on. I think this area. Oh no, I extended it. Okay. I was like, I think this spot needs to go in more, but we're good. We're on the right track. It's making her laugh from where I'm standing. So I'm going in. I'm going in. Let's try this again. I'm on my way to your house, surrounded by the stars. I love this song. I almost ruined this song for myself because when it first came out, I listened to it on like loop over and over and over because I loved it so much. And then it got to the point where I like had listened to it so many times that I was tired of it, which is the worst because you love a song and you're like, oh, I just want to keep listening to it, and then you overdo it. I don't know how to prevent that from happening other than just like restraint. But like it is hard when you have a song that you really like not to overplay it. I think I only recently just got back to the point where I'm like, okay, I can listen to this song again without getting tired of it because I wore it out when it first came out. It's such a good song though. Oop. I don't know if I have the time to, but maybe we should bring back Discord movie nights for the Ember months. all the months ending with the Ember. September, October, November, December. You can watch Halloween and Christmas movies and stuff. Hey, with me being unable to stream and make videos when I go to Orlando next year in the winter, maybe that's the perfect time to bring back regular movie nights, because like that's the only way I'd be able to hang out with you guys. Obviously, like I said, I'm gonna try to get a some kind of gaming laptop or just fancy laptop that lets me edit videos and play games still while I'm in Florida. So hopefully I can still hop on like the Potato Snow server and stuff. But as far as like Discord, you know, maybe we should bring back maybe TV nights. If I can bring back, if I do have the time to bring those back, what would y'all think about potentially, I was gonna say Stranger Things. I don't know. I feel like Stranger Things might be too scary for some of y'all. So I know that we don't really watch a lot of like scary things on our server, or intense things. But maybe we can bring back maybe Agatha All Along as like a show. I was trying to think of a show that we watched because I really had fun watching Arcane together. And like maybe that was just because Arcane's one of my favorite shows, but like I think something where we like a series that we watch together is really fun. And Agatha could be a fun one for next month because it's Halloween, like it's wishes and spookiness. Agatha All Along, my favorite. I love Agatha. In the past, I was like, when they announced Agatha, I was like, who's gonna watch a show about Agatha Harkness? She was a good character in WandaVision, but I'm like, I don't know how in the world they're gonna make a whole show about her and make it good. And then it came out, and I'm like, I'm so sorry for ever doubting you, Marvel. This is the greatest, one of the greatest Marvel shows. Which, like, people will say, yeah, and it's gay. It is pretty gay. I think it's like the one Marvel show that's like unapologetically gay. Because what other gay Marvel characters are there? There's Phastos in Eternals, but he's like in an ensemble. He's not like the lead, you know? And it's not like important to the plot. Like, he has a husband, but you see him for like one scene and that's it. You have... There's gotta be someone else. I think Captain Marvel, maybe? Didn't her and Valkyrie date at one point? It's like hinted at or implied in the Marvels. I'll have to rewatch it because I can't remember. For some reason, I want to say that they had a fling at some point, but that might just be a headcanon. That might not be canon. So maybe them. Although that's like not explored at all. It's gotta be someone else, right? I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Oh, it's like tangentially MCU, but there's like a lawyer in Jessica Jones who's gay. But she's not a good well, I guess Agatha's not a good person either, but you know, I don't know if one of the antagonists of the show being gay is great representation. Something, I guess. But yeah, like Agatha, it's like she's gay and it's important to the plot. Like, if you take that part out of the show, like it's not the same show. And it's really only confirms that she, Rio, and Billy are gay, but I'm convinced that, and Billy, yeah, but I'm convinced that that whole coven is queer. Lily is the only one I'm not sure on, but I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, there's a scene where like Rio shows up, and then like Alice and Jennifer, oh gosh, hello, Hawk. Alice and Jennifer like make some one-off comment about how she's like cute or whatever, and I'm like, okay, they're definitely queer. Whether or not it's canon, I consider it canon. Lily is the only one that I'm not 100% sure on, but there's nothing to suggest that she's straight. So, I think it's safe to say that everyone in that coven is gay. But yeah, we could watch that one. It's a little, like, it's spooky enough for Halloween, but it's not, like, scary like Stranger Things. see you get the vision, I don't get the vision. Wanda Maximoff gets the vision. 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟𝗦. That's a Marvel joke for anyone that's not into Marvel. You wouldn't get it. But like Agatha would also be a good one to watch together over Discord, because it's one that it is tied to WandaVision, but I could give like a 5-minute rundown of what happens in WandaVision, and like and you'd be set. They do a lot of recapping of WandaVision too, like what was important from that show. So like I don't think it would be the hardest one to get into. It wouldn't be like Hawkeye. If you tried to watch Hawkeye for the first time, like you gotta watch, well, even like WandaVision itself, you gotta watch a lot of Avengers movies to understand Wanda's backstory. But Agatha, it's like all you need is WandaVision. So you just sum up how she's involved in WandaVision and you're set. You're good to go. So yeah, we might. I'll just see how free I am and see if we can do, because I think it's 9 episodes. Agatha is. I might have to check, but I think it's 9. So we could do it in sets of 3 weeks. I think that's what we did for Arcane too. I'll put it on Discord later and see what everyone thinks, if you like that idea. Heike, you said something up there, but I did not read it because I started rambling about Agatha. Also, I don't think the hardcore server will be very popular. Most of that type of servers do seasons or mainly about PvP, and I just wanted it to be pretentious and artsy, so I'm thinking about doing a skyblock thing instead. But anyone like that, I'd be down to check it out. I gave that hardcore server a try, but then I died that night. I was so mad. I was like, because there wasn't really anything I could do. I was being extra careful in those mines because I was like blocking off corridors like that weren't lit up, and like taking my time to get through them and light them up. Like I was being so careful, and then I broke a block above me, and like there's a zombie spawner there, and all the zombies just spilled out on top of me. I was like, there wasn't any way to fight that, and I was like, oh, that was such a sad day. I wish I could have played on it some more. Now Skyblock I would maybe be able to do more because it's respawning. I just can't. I'm bad at surviving. In early game especially. Y'all remember my first stream in this world? And how quick it was for my, like, how fast I got to my first death? It wasn't even like, it was like 3 minutes and I drowned of all deaths. I just wasn't watching my oxygen when I was underwater. And I drowned in the lake. It was so embarrassing. But yeah, surviving is not my specialty in Minecraft. I'm pretty good late game. Like, I don't remember the last time I died in this world. And it was probably from like fall damage or something. Yeah, I tried to set it up nicely with the golden apple just to prevent that accidental starting out death, but it's still probably quite intense. Yeah, I think I used the apple in that scenario. But you know, when you get 10 zombies on top of you all at once, they all start punching together, like you go down quick. I got 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟𝗦. What's the problem, baby? What's the problem? I don't know. Well, maybe. I wish you could put difficulty separate from hardcore. Yeah, like imagine if there's a hardcore world, but like peaceful mode, you know? Like you still only have one life, but we're like just easy. Yeah, that would be nice. But then I guess that takes the heart out of hardcore. Just the text death scores? What do you mean by that? Like revert it, like subtract from the death score, and then it lets me back on? Question mark? Escaping the love. Oh. Never alone. No, no, come on, come on. Come on, come on. What's a billion love? Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. A few weeks ago, we went to Oklahoma to visit some family, and my grandma has HBO Max, which we don't have here. And my brother and I were looking for a movie to watch, and we were like, wait, they have Ghibli movies on HBO Max. We can watch Ghibli movies for once. And so I showed Cruz Kiki's Delivery Service and My Neighbor Totoro for the first time, and he really liked them. He also watched Grave of the Fireflies for the first time recently, because it's on Netflix, which is weird, because like, you have to go to HBO Max to watch 90% of Ghibli movies, but then Grave of the Fireflies is on Netflix for some reason. He said it was really sad. I don't think he cried to it, surprisingly, which I didn't either when I watched it for the first time, but it still, like, devastated me. But, yeah, we watched Kiki and Totoro. I think he said out of those two, Totoro was his favorite. Kiki is still my favorite. After rewatching it, I think the first time I watched it on Letterboxd, I gave it like a 4.5 stars out of 5. But after the second time watching it, I'm like, nah, it gets up to a 5-star. It's so good. I think Cruz has watched more Ghibli movies than me, because the only ones I've watched are Kiki, Totoro, Grave of the Fireflies, Castle in the Sky. That might be it. In full. Well, technically, I did watch Nausicaa. Isn't that it? What that one's called? I think I watched it during an autocraft movie night. But the thing is, I was doing like homework while it was going on, so I remember nothing from that movie. It's like I remember the main character, what she looks like, and I remember that Patrick Stewart was in the dub. He played one of the characters. Um, but that's all I can remember. And then I know that Hawk, you showed um, what's it called? Howl's Moving Castle, and you showed Princess Mononoke in one of our Discord movie nights. But I wasn't able to catch those whole things, so I only saw like half of them. I don't think I even saw half of Howl. I think I watched like 20 minutes of it. And so I don't consider that those ones that I've watched because I didn't get the full thing. But then my brother has watched Ponyo. He's watched Spirited Away. I want to say there was another one, but maybe it was just those two. So I need to catch up to him with my Ghibli viewing. Cubic? I don't know if Cubic's still here, but if you are, Cubic, did you ever finish your Ghibli? You were watching through all the Ghibli movies, weren't you? He might not be here. But Heike, you said something. You said another thing I'm excited for is they put some of the server settings as game rules too. I like when those are more granular. I saw people too in Sliced's update video talking about having hostile and friendly mob griefing separate. Ooh, that would be really helpful. Yeah, that would be great. Because it would, because if turned on, then villagers and sheep regrowing wool don't work, and growing and stuff limiting. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Like I already detect with a data pack, if someone ends up in spectator mode in order to ban them from the server, I could just have it be regular survival, then detect if a player has a death score, and then ban them from that. But then no hardcore hearts. Gotcha. Yeah, the separate mob briefing would be really helpful. Cause like that's the thing I've wanted to turn off before. I already have a data pack that turns off Enderman griefing. I've been considering. I haven't built in the Nether in this world yet. I've been considering downloading a data pack that turns off ghast griefing. I don't mind creeper griefing, just because it's a skill issue thing. Like, if a creeper blows up your world, you got too close to it. Like, I kind of like those stakes with creepers for some reason. But like ghasts, they just launch fireballs all over the place and blow stuff up. And if you want to build in another, you have to build with like cobblestone. Like, there aren't very many blocks that are ghast resistant. And if I want to build pretty builds in the Nether, then I'd need breakable blocks that are breakable by ghast. So I might turn that off. And then Endermen just annoy me because there's no way. Like, creepers, they only grief things if you cause them to blow up. But, like, Endermen, they'll just grief your world without cause. And that's really annoying to me. So, I already have a data pack that turns that off. But, yeah. So bringing those would be great. My shovel is about to break. I need to watch that durability. Yeah, and if you turn off drop block decay, you get all the dirt blocks back, so you can fill back the holes. Oh, from the creepers. Oh, yeah. Okay, I was like, I don't know what that means. Yeah, so you get every single block back. Yeah, so that's not so bad. Hawk, sorry, I just remembered you put some in chat. I've watched all except 4 Ghibli movies, and one I can't find to watch anywhere, and one I will never watch. So I have 2 left to watch. Which are the 4 you haven't watched? Which ones are those? Ocean Waves, My Neighbors the Yamadas. I think that's how you pronounce that. The Red Turtle and Earwig the Witch. I've not heard about any of those. I've heard of like all of the what's his name? The director that does like their most popular ones. Um Gosh, why am I blanking on his name? He did Kiki, he did Totoro, he did Hal. I think he did Ponyo. Red Turtle is one I can't find anywhere. Apparently, it was some special short movie that thing they made. I like a short film. Earwig the Witch I won't watch because it's one of the 3D movie Ghibli made and it does not look good. Oh really? Hayao Miyazaki, yes. I like his stuff. And so I'm kind of familiar with even the ones I haven't watched, I'm familiar with them. Is your shovel, what's your durability on your shovel like? So I can go and get you a replacement one if you need. Mine's almost empty. I know there's a delay, so I'm waiting for a second. Still pretty good? Okay. Let me know when you need a replacement. In fact, I'll bring my toolbox over here. I don't know how many shovels I have in there, but yeah, I'll bring it over so that if you need one, you can just go grab a new one by the thing, and then I can repair these later. Yeah, I really like Hayao Miyazaki's stuff. He's good. You know one thing though that in Totoro, I love Totoro. It's great. One thing though that even after my second viewing, when I was watching it with Cruz, one thing I can't get over is the ending. Like I don't mind open endings or interpretive endings, but for some reason with Totoro, it annoys me that I can't. That it's unclear whether or not like the creatures are imaginary. Because isn't that how it's like it's kind of implied that they're like not real, that it's just the kids' imaginations. But then there's so much that like, that they do in the physical world that changes that I'm like, but then if that happened, then that means they were real. Like how did the girls know that their mom was all right? Because like if Totoro is fake and they didn't actually go to the hospital, then how did they know their mom was all right? And also, how did the corn? I think it was corn get on the windowsill? And then I can't remember what. There's something though that makes it's like, okay, well then if you think that it's real, then explain how this happens. And then I can't remember what it is that suggests that they're not real, other than like stuff they do at night disappearing. Or other people not seeing them. I don't know. Maybe I need to keep rewatching it to interpret it better. But that's for some reason that's one thing in that movie that annoys me, and I haven't been able to let go. Other than that, though, I love it. Hello, Cubic. We're talking about Ghibli movies. Oh, I was just asking because I didn't know if you were in here or not, so I asked just in case you were. Have you you finished watching through all the Ghibli movies, right? Because weren't you trying to watch through them all? Basically watched all of them. Which one's your favorite? I haven't seen the three worst ones. The ones that are like widely considered the worst. What are those? House Moving Castle, Totoro, Whisper of the Heart are my top three. I've not heard of Whisper of the Heart. My top three, granted, I've only watched, what, like 4 in full. I was just talking about a minute ago how, like, there's a few that I've, like, started watching, or have, like, in movie nights on Discord, have, like, tuned into, like, a few parts of it, but wasn't able to watch the whole way through. So I really only consider 4... I only consider I've watched 4 of them in full. But my top 3, or I guess I could just rank the 4 that I have watched. Kiki's is number 1, Grave with the Fireflies is number 2, Totoro is number 3, and Castle in the Sky is number 4. But I need to go back and watch, because I caught a little bit of House Moving Castle when Hawk was showing it in Discord, but I didn't watch it in full, so like I can't rate that if I haven't watched it. That's like reading the first couple chapters in a book and then not then the rest, and then so yeah, I need to go back and finish that one. I need to go and rewatch Princess Mononoke in full. The thing with Princess Mononoke though that I didn't like is I really didn't like the little demon wiggly bloody looking things. It like grossed me out. I won't lie. Like because I've watched like a video essay on that movie and like what it means, like it was like a breakdown of like the themes and stuff, and like I appreciate, even though I haven't seen the movie in full, I appreciate the movie for those themes. Like I get what it's saying and what they represent, but they just gross me out visually. So once I rewatch it, it probably won't be that high for me, literally because of just how uncomfy they make me. And the big like forest spirit thing, isn't it kind of creepy? I don't know. I don't remember it super well, but I hear a lot of people say House is their favorite though. I think it's the one that I'm wanting to rewatch, or wanting to watch in full the most. I also want to see Spirited Away, because a lot of people say that it's one of the best too. It's like this slightly creepy vibe of Princess Mononoke. Oh, you like this slightly creepy vibe. That's fair. If you like slightly creepy things, like that's great. Me, like I said, I don't do creepy stuff well. Well, creepy, yes. Scary, no. Body horror, it's mainly body horror. Anything body horror, it really, I don't like it. That's why I think Stranger Things season 4 is the scariest season, because in season 4 there's like people's bones breaking, like getting possessed and like their bones breaking and stuff, and it's so gross. I don't like it. I'm scared for season 5. I'm not gonna lie. Every season has gotten progressively scarier, with the exception of season 3. Season 3 wasn't as scary as much as it was gross, because there's people in season 3 of Stranger Things that are like melting into mush, which is like, what? Ugh. But it's not like scary, it's just disgusting. It just makes me want to throw up. Season 3 though there's some scary stuff in it. Or that's season 3? 4. Season 4. Vecna is scary. I'm scared of season 5. I'm like, is it gonna be even scarier? What's gonna happen? I'm so excited though. The two most popular, I think, are Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle. That seems to be the consensus from what I've seen. Those are like the ones that I hear recommended the most. I don't know. I don't know how anything can beat Kiki for me, though. I really liked Kiki. You removed all the water? Oh, nice. Thanks. At least the visible water. Yeah, there'll probably be a pocket or two that surprise us, but it'll be fun. I think the reason Kiki just resonates with me so much is because it's like a metaphor for like being an artist and like, or not even being an artist, just like burnout. You can get burnout from anything, whether it's art, like a passion you enjoy, or whether it's work or whatever. Like, that's something that I felt before, and also it's just so cozy. It's so simple. Like, the stakes are like, I know at the end there's kind of like a big climactic like saving. I don't remember what is it. Tombo, is that his name? The boy, where she has to save him from the Zeppelin. Like, that's kind of like intense, but like everything else in the movie is so cozy. It's so low stakes, and I love that. Being an artist is the reason why I love Whisper of the Heart. Really? Is that about being an artist? I'll have to watch that one then. It's about writing? Oh, really? Then that one probably would really interest me, because I like writing. The thing is, they're just all, at least in America, the streaming service they're all on is HBO, and we don't have HBO. We've got Disney, we've got Hulu, we've got Prime Video, and we've got Netflix. That's what we have. I did a similar thing to you, Cubic, with like watching all the Ghibli movies, except I did it for Disney and Pixar. So I watched when it was over COVID. It was like it started when Disney Plus first launched. Like literally the day Disney Plus came out, I started my binge watch of every Disney movie because I had planned to do it when they announced every Disney movie would be on Disney Plus. And when I say every Disney movie, I mean like the Walt Disney Animation Studio, like those movies, not necessarily like all the live action ones or all like the straight to DVD ones, like all the theatrically released Walt Disney Animation Studios films. So I started it during like the day that Disney Plus came out, but it ended up, so there's a lot of Disney movies. It ended up going through the pandemic, me watching them all. And that was really fun. So I watched them all in order, like release order. So you got to kind of see how they like how the studio's in-house style kind of changed over time, and like got to see all the different eras. It was really cool. The only ones that I skipped were some of the wartime films, because those were packaged films, which meant it was like just a bunch of shorts smushed together into one theatrical release. I think the only one of those that I watched was The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Mr. Toad or Ichabod. I don't remember the order it goes in. And those were good, but they're shorts, so like it's not the same as the movies. But personally, I recommend Howl, Whisper of the Heart, Ponyo, Only Yesterday, and Princess. Oh gosh, I'm gonna butcher that. I'm scared to say it because I feel like I'm gonna say it wrong and it's gonna sound offensive. Kagwa? Oh gosh, wrong button. I don't know how to pronounce that. Kaguya? Oh gosh. I'm trying. I guess that's all that matters. I've not heard of that one. I haven't heard of Only Yesterday either. I've heard of Ponyo though, and how I'll have to watch those then. But yeah, my Disney binge watch was so fun. Although now I'm behind because I haven't watched Wish since it came out. But the thing is, I have no motivation to watch Wish because I've not heard a single positive review about that. Like, there are people a lot, especially right now in this political climate, that like bash Disney movies, even if they're good because of like diversity and representation, you know? And so a lot of Disney movies you hear bad stuff about all the time, even if they're good. I saw people bash in 𝗟𝗟. I saw 𝗟𝗟. It's one of the best Pixar movies of like the 2020s in my opinion. But people were bashing it. But yeah, I like even the people that don't bash Disney movies for no reason, like I haven't heard a single positive review about Wish. And so I'm just like, I should watch it eventually so I can say once again that I've watched every Disney animated movie. But I cannot bring myself to do it. Because like nobody has said anything nice about that movie. Even people that are like Disney shills like are like, yeah, no, that one was bad. They've grown to have a natural distaste of Disney recently. That's fair. With some of their, with at least with the corporate side of the company. As far as movies go, Pixar has been crushing it so far this decade. People keep saying that Pixar has fallen off. I don't think so. I think Pixar is still great. Walt Disney Animation Studios, that's a different story. The only good movie that they've had this decade so far, I think, is Encanto. So I'm trying to think what else has come out. Raya was 2020. That one, I didn't love it. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't good. It's forgettable. Strange World was bad. Wish is apparently bad, even though I haven't seen it. What else came out this decade? Oh, Moana 2. I didn't like Moana 2. Moana 2 is bad. The thing though is like Moana 2 is so inoffensive. Like it's bad, but in like a boring way. Like there's nothing that like betrays the character or ruins the first movie or like there's nothing that's like, gosh, that was awful. Like that ruins the Moana franchise. It was just like such a nothing movie. Like nothing of consequence happens in that movie, and anything of consequence that does happen, it like reverts it. Like spoilers for Moana 2, I guess. It's been almost a year now, so I don't think anyone cares. But like they kill her off in a scene in the movie. And they like undo it like 5 minutes later. I can't even remember what their reasoning was like for why she got brought back to life. Like some magic thing happens and she's brought back to life. And I'm like, well, I didn't think that she was actually dead. I don't think she was, but like I didn't think they would commit to killing her off. And so like it was just such a low stakes nothing movie. Yeah, she becomes a demigod at the end. And I'm like, okay. I don't think she did anything to deserve becoming a demigod. Like, I wouldn't be mad if she became a demigod, but, like, at least, like, build up to it. It was just disappointing because Moana 1 is in, like, my top 5 Disney movies of all time. Like, my top 5 are Lion King, Encanto, Beauty and the Beast. What's number 4? I think number 4 is Moana. I can't remember what number 5 is. I think it's Lilo and Stitch, maybe. I'd have to check my list. But like it's easily top 5. And so like I was excited for the sequel. Well, for one, I was excited for the show because the sequel was supposed to be a TV show on Disney Plus. And then they decided literally like months before it came out. Like it was like less than a year before the movie came out. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, we're doing Moana 2. and we're turning the show into Moana 2. And so it's so clear when you watch the movie that it was supposed to be a show. Like I was telling my parents or just my family after we saw it, I'm like, I could point out where episode breaks were supposed to happen. I'm like, this scene to this scene was episode 1, this scene to this scene was episode 2. I don't know how many episodes they had, and I think it probably would have ended up being like 4 or 5 episodes total, based on like what I could have, from what I was able to tell based on how the story played out. And like obviously scenes were cut and stuff. Like all the side characters had very little development, and I'm like, if this had been a show, I'm sure all of their development got cut because it just would have been a long movie otherwise. So I don't know why they didn't just commit to it being a show. I don't know if they like moved movies around in their schedule. Well, where they were like, maybe Zootopia 2, which comes out this year, was originally supposed to come out last year. I can't remember what the movie slate was. Walt Disney Animation Studios usually doesn't announce new movies too far in advance. It's not like Marvel, where like Marvel will announce what they're doing for the next like 5 years, you know, in advance. But Disney usually only announces what their next movie is a year in advance. And so, yeah, I don't know what the original like movie slate was supposed to be, but maybe scheduling got mixed up, or they had to like cancel something and move things around. So they decided to just turn that show into the movie instead. But it didn't feel, it should have been a show. It might not even have been a good show in the end either, but also I think it's so funny. Sorry to be on a Moana rant. I know that Cubic, you're talking about something else in chat, and I'll go back and reread it, but I thought it was so funny because the songwriters for that movie, they didn't bring Lin-Manuel Miranda back from Moana 2 because they had him on for the live action Lion King sequel or prequel, whatever it was, that I didn't see. But they got a new team of writers, and the writers had made some comment in like an article, some interview at some point during the press run for Moana 2, and they were like, oh, well, people haven't been singing the songs because the movie's still new. Once the movie hits Disney Plus, like your kids won't stop singing it for months to come. I haven't heard a single person sing or reference the music from that movie once since it came out. You know what I have seen people singing and referencing repeatedly since it came out? K-pop Demon Hunters. Like, it has had such, like, the staying power of the word. I don't know. It's been, like, popular for months, and it came out in, what, June? July? Like, it's still on a roll. So I just think it's really funny that they're just like, oh, don't worry, people love Moana too. They just, you know, they just gotta take some time for the kids to see it. And then like, I haven't even heard kids sing it. I've heard more people sing Moana 1 songs since Moana 2 came out than I've heard people singing Moana 2 songs. Not that the songs are bad, they're just forgettable, but they're not memorable. Anyway, Moana rant over. That movie, it like I said, it wasn't even bad. It just makes me mad how mediocre it was. Like, it was such a nothing movie. Anyway. I mean, when Pixar has 3 sequels planned and a couple of original films don't seem to be successes, I don't know. I haven't watched many Pixar films recently. Well, Pixar, the thing is, Pixar, they've just been, I think Disney, corporate Disney has been screwing Pixar over a little bit, because Pixar's movies have been great. The only ones that I have low down in my Pixar ranking are Lightyear and Turning Red. And Turning Red's not even bad. It's just not for me. I don't know. Can someone please remove that bot? Delete that message. Like, Turning Red's good. It's just not, like, I don't connect with that one very much because it's very much about, like, the teenage girl experience, which is very different from, like, the teenage, like, not very, but it's not the same. So, like, I just didn't connect with it, you know? I'm like, if you're a young girl or even, like, an older girl, like, this is something you would connect with, you know? I didn't. Um, but like every other Pixar movie's been good. Hold on, I need to run to the restroom real quick. Uh, so I'm going to box myself in case it becomes night. Hawk, you must protect me. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. I'm just gonna throw on the BRB screen, and I'll be right back to rant more about Disney and Pixar. Thank you for deleting that, by the way, Cubic. BRB. What is Hawk doing? Is Hawk doing something? Oh, I am in water. Wait, where am I? I'm coming out of this. How? Whoa! How did I move all the way over here? I don't know where I was, but this is not where I boxed in. You guys, I am going to end stream right now. My stomach is hurting really bad all of a sudden. I've been dealing with some stomach stuff all summer. It's been really annoying. But it's acting up again, unfortunately. So I am going to end stream, unfortunately. I know it's kind of an abrupt ending, but I need to take care of myself because I'm not feeling too good all of a sudden. So I am going to wrap up stream. I know we didn't actually get help. Where? Hold on, before I end, I do have to wrap up really quickly, but so I'm not feeling too great. Yeah, I know it's very abrupt. I've been struggling with my stomach all summer. I don't know what it is I have. I don't know if I have like IBS or what. But yeah. Get well, thank you, Haiku. Hopefully I can figure it out soon. I'm hoping maybe I can get to the doctor soon and figure out how to fix it. Cause it's just like annoying more than anything. Like, cause yeah, I'm not going to go into detail, but yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on stream today. Because it is so abrupt, I'm not going to raid anybody. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and thank you, Hawk, for helping me build. Again, sorry for the abrupt ending, but I need to go take care of myself. So, yeah, see you guys. Sorry, I'm like all over the place. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. Have a wonderful rest of your days. I'll be back hopefully Friday. If not Friday, then definitely Saturday with Cruz to react to Minecraft Live. So I will see you guys all then. Have a wonderful rest of your days, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later, guys. Bye.